Om Shanti.
เปิดเผยความลับของจักรวาลผ่านนักเดินทางแห่งกาลเวลาเพียงเมื่อเราเดินทางสู่ภายในเท่านั้นที่เราจะค้นพบจักรวาลที่แท้จริงนั่นคือสัจจะเกี่ยวกับตนเองการเชื่อมโยงกับจิตวิญญาณสูงสุดการดำเนินไปของวงจรละครโลกสิ่งเหล่านี้เลือนหายไปจากความทรงจำของเราค้นพบคำตอบจากนักเดินทางผู้มากประสบการณ์กว่า40ปีจากพระมกุมารีมหาวิทยาลัยทางจิตของโลก Sister Denise Lawrence ทุกต้นเดือนเวลา 8:00 ถึง 9:30 น.ช่วงเช้าเริ่ม 4 มิถุนายนนี้ Reveal the secrets of the universe by the travel through time. Only when we take the inward journey will we discover the true universe, the forgotten truth about the self, the supreme and the eternal world drama. Find your answers from the experienced traveler, Sister Denise Lawrence, senior teacher over 40 years from Brahma Kumari's World Spiritual University. Every first Thursday of the month, commencing the 4th of June, at 8 to 9:30 in the morning. เราขอต้อนรับผู้แสวงหาสัจจะเข้าสู่การเดินทางผ่านกาลเวลาจากปัญญาโบราณสู่การดำเนินชีวิตสมัยใหม่บางครั้งเราคิดว่าความลับที่ลึกล้ำที่สุดของชีวิตสามารถพบได้ในวัดวาหรือในสถานที่อันลี้ลับเท่านั้นด้วยการเดินทางที่ยากลำบากยาวนานและไกลแสนไกลสัจจะกล่าวว่าผู้แสวงหาปรากฏอยู่ในทุกรูปแบบและใช้ชีวิตในหลากหลายวิธีสัจจะกล่าวว่าเราไม่จำเป็นต้องไปที่ใดไม่ต้องซื้อตั๋วเครื่องบินไม่ต้องเก็บเป้สัมภาระแต่เราต้องพร้อมที่จะเดินทาง We welcome you, the seekers, to travel through time from the ancient wisdom to the modern way of living. The truth is that the seeker can come from many different backgrounds, living all kinds of lives. The truth is that you don't have to go anywhere. There are no plane tickets to buy, no bags to pack, but you do have to be ready to travel. ท่านเคยมองดูท้องฟ้าประดับประดาด้วยหมู่ดาวที่งดงามในความกว้างใหญ่ไพศาลของจักรวาลหรือไม่ท่านเคยอยู่โดยลำพังในเวลากลางคืนเช่นนั้นเพื่อครุ่นคิดถึงความหมายที่แท้จริงของชีวิตหรือไม่อะไรคือสัจจะที่เป็นสากลฉันคือใครฉันจะไปไหนหลังความตายฉันกำลังทำอะไรอยู่ที่นี่เวลานี้การเกี่ยวพันของจักรวาลและมนุษย์ให้คำตอบในตัวตนและปัญญาที่แท้จริงภายในขอให้เราค้นพบความลี้ลับของชีวิตและโลกจากการร่วมรู้ความหมายของภาพและสัญลักษณ์ในจิตใจของเราเอง Do you ever look at the sky and adorn the splendid galaxy and admire the infinity of the universe? Do you ever linger alone in the night, pondering the true meaning of life? What is the universal truth? Who am I? Where will I go after death? What am I doing here now? Relation of the universe and human answer to spirit and soul are in our inner true self and innate wisdom. Let us explore and reveal the secret of the universe to different pictures and symbols in our mind. สัญลักษณ์ของกุญแจ7 ดอกแห่งการรู้แจ้งสำหรับนักเดินทาง This is the 7 keys of enlightenment of the traveler. First, the light between the eyes, แสงระหว่างดวงตา Second, the alpha point, จุดอัลฟาเจ้าแห่งแสง Thirdly, the silent union, การหลอมรวมในความเงียบสงบ Fourth, the justice of karma, ความยุติธรรมแห่งกรรม Fifth, the never-ending cycle, วงจรที่ไม่จบสิ้น Sixth, recognizing the time, การตระหนักในคุณค่าของเวลา The seven, the to the future, ประตูสู่อนาคต
In the darkness and chaos of this world, where do I find the guiding light?
Step into the light. Fill yourself with might.
Come join us on this journey to reveal the secrets of the universe. Accompanied by Sister Denise from the UK and Sister La from Thailand. A very warm welcome to the series entitled The Secrets of the Universe. In today's unpredictable world, it often seems difficult to navigate, especially for us young generation. There's a lot of unclarity amongst the youth about themselves, about the world, and there is this deep wish for that compass, that guiding star, using which we could sail merrily through life. This series serves to be a guiding compass that reveals the secrets of the universe. On this journey, we will be accompanied by a very experienced traveler, Sister Denise. Sister Denise comes from the UK and has a background in the media. She's chosen to devote her life into understanding the universal truth and serving humanity since the age of 23. Sister Denise integrates Eastern philosophy with a modern outlook. She's a walking example of ancient wisdom, and as you will see, she is extremely articulate. She's traveled across the globe, making a difference in the lives of many. Sister Denise, a very warm welcome to today's episode, and thank you for joining us in this series. We also have the pleasure of having the National Coordinator of Brahma Kumaris Thailand, Sister La. Sister La, please join us.
Welcome to Thailand, Sister Denise.
Thank you so
Let me
much.
see my face and just see your face. I notice each step of yours is ready to serve the world. That's why you are here. Your words of wisdom has an impact on so many, but your vibration of good wishes for all is everlasting. Welcome again to Thailand. I'm ready to translate word by word from your heart. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my dear Sister La. And we have been
La.
friends since so long. I am very happy to have this beautiful opportunity to be here in Thailand. The body is in San Francisco in USA, and we are 14 hours apart, but yet the mind is there in Bangkok with you, Sister La, and all of my brothers and sisters from Thailand. So I would like to, first of all, thank you very much for inviting me to share with you my experiences and insights and treasures that I have received around this wonderful subject of the secrets of the universe. And today we're going to be looking at this mysterious, invisible, but yet tangible light between the eyes. No matter what culture or religion you belong to, importance is always given to the forehead and the light between the eyes that shines through the forehead. This is the light of intelligence. This is the spark of life. This is the inner being, the core of existence, the soul. And so let us explore this wonderful, extraordinary light, which cannot be seen with our two eyes. So therefore, let us look with another eye, the inner eye, which is also called the third eye. The third eye that stands in the center of the forehead and with which we can see whatever is invisible to the two eyes. When we look through that inner eye, we're using the eye of the soul itself. We're using the eye of the mind, the eye of understanding, the visionary eye that is able to perceive and conceptualize the mystery of life. So let us explore, let us go into that light. And what do we find? First of all, we find a vibration, a beautiful vibration. And so join with me in this inner exploration where you turn your attention within. Though you can see whatever is around you with your two eyes, but yet your attention, let your attention be turned within to feel your being and try to perceive that invisible, intangible being that each one of us is. I am not this body. What does it mean if I say, I am not this body? We say, my body. That means someone is the owner of this body. I am the possessor, temporary possessor of this temporary body. You remember what your date of birth is, but even before your date of birth, your mother and father were aware of your existence. And when you came out of your mother's womb on that special day, and everyone welcomed you into this world, you know that you were already there. Where did you come from? Nobody can see where a being comes from. And when we're here, we grow from childhood, we go to school, we grow up, adolescence, we leave school, we may do higher education, we may get to work, develop a career, get married, create a home, create children, mature, and slowly grow old. And ultimately, no one can escape. One day, we will leave this body and we will go. But no one knows where, because you only see with your two eyes what is visible to the two eyes. But the being who comes into this body, who lives and expresses itself through this body, that is an immortal, invisible, extraordinary being. And this being of light is I, the soul. I, the soul, sit in the center of the forehead of this body, and I look out through the eyes. I listen through my ears. I speak through my mouth. I, the living being, use this material instrument to express myself. And I, the living being, give life to this body. If the soul is not in the body, then the body cannot continue. What we call death is when the soul leaves the body. The being doesn't die. The body, when the soul leaves it, then the body can no longer persist, and it begins immediately to disintegrate. And so we burn or we bury that body that has been discarded by the soul. But our focus of attention today is the soul. While I say, this is my body, I would not say, this is my soul. Rather, I would say, I am the soul. I am that intelligent, extraordinary being of light who can think and feel and speak and experience. And all of these functions of the soul are performed through subtle faculties. Each and every one of us has a mind, but we've never seen the mind. We don't even know if it is a something or not. The brain is definitely part of the body, but the mind and the brain, two different things. The mind is where we experience everything. I, the soul, see the material world around me through my eyes, but the eyes do not experience vision. The eyes are like cameras. Who experiences what I see? I, the soul, experience all these visual things in the mind. With my ears, I, the soul, hear sounds in the mind. The mind is that which registers what the sense organs can provide the soul with. The actual experience is in the mind. The mind feels. Mind is like a sixth sense. We have our five senses: seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching. This is the body. The body is for I, the soul, to experience the material world. Without the body, the soul cannot engage with the material world. Soul and body work together. I, the being, experience other beings in the material world through their bodies. I, the soul, see another soul through my eyes. And when you look into the eyes of another person, you see that light in the eyes. And it is said the eyes are the windows for the soul. When I see the light of another soul through their eyes, I make contact. I, the soul, experience, I love, I am at peace, I enjoy, I experience happiness. All these are the inner, deep, quintessential characteristics of I, the soul. What am I? A being of purity. I am at peace with myself. I am at peace with the world. I am at peace with destiny. How do I achieve that peace? I need to study, to understand the invisible, intangible dimensions of existence. And so I study, I experiment, and I come to understand more and more deeply. Within I, the soul, is my intelligence, my capacity for intellectual comprehension of what is around me, of concepts, of ideas. This I call the intellect. The mind is that with which I feel and experience. The intellect is that with which I understand and evaluate. Conscience is in the intellect. The soul knows what's right, what's wrong, what's real, what's false, what's true, what's fake. This is my capacity of intellect that tells me these things. And every single one of us is different from every other one. Look into that star of yourself and you see a whole universe, a constellation of virtues, talents, specialities, characteristics. And each and every soul is different from each and every other soul. So look into yourself and ask yourself this question: who am I exactly? One question is, what am I? That is a little easier to answer. I am a being of light. I am made of the qualities of purity and peace, inner power, love, and joy. And I have the capacity to think, to feel, to evaluate, to judge, to comprehend. And I have my own personality, my own specialities, my own potential. When someone is a child, the adults usually say, what do you want to be when you grow up? What are they really asking? They're asking that child to reveal preferences, interests, specialities. Do you like music? Do you like art? Do you like science? Do you like sport? What is your potential? All of this we call sanskaras, the tendencies, the possibilities, the unique characteristics of each and every one, the individuality. And all of us together, we share with each other our specialities. We interact with each other. We feel each other with our minds. We watch each other. We evaluate each other. We look closely to see each other's specialities. And sometimes we detect each other's faults. Everyone has good qualities. Everyone has weaknesses. This is normal. This is the nature of a human being. But it is so deep and so mysterious, yet so clear. And then when we look deep into the self, we find that beneath the consciousness there is subconscious, there are dimensions of the self that are difficult to grasp. And so we have to learn a little bit about this. And so I, the soul, become a student of spirituality. I, the soul, read a book and I learn what is in that book. I have questions. It may give me answers. It may raise more questions. The intelligence of the being, how you learn, how you develop yourself, even that is very individual. And so the actual psyche, the psyche is another word for the soul. We have this word psychology, knowing about the psyche. And what is the psyche? For so many, it is so mysterious. But when you study spiritual knowledge, then gradually you come to understand. How do I know about myself? Each one has within ourselves some kind of internal sets of criteria where you just know, you can recognize if someone is telling you what's real or what's not real. These are special powers, the power to discern, the power to pick up if something is right or not right. We have many special internal capacities that are absolutely belonging to the soul. And then we deal with the world, we interact with the world in a material way, but what has happened in the world? We have questions. In the world today, we see there is human suffering. Why do people suffer? Who suffers? In fact, it is the soul who suffers. The soul experiences pain or joy. The soul experiences discomfort or pleasure. The soul experiences curiosity. The soul sometimes becomes confused. There are so many different emotions that we have. Sometimes we feel insulted. What's happening if I'm feeling insulted? What is it in me that feels insulted? What is it in me when I feel someone loves me? I feel appreciated. recognized and understood. These are deep capabilities of the soul. When I feel insulted, we would say that is the ego, or the false ego. If someone says to me, "You are a donkey," this happens, right? And you feel insulted, why? The soul who knows itself knows very well. How can I take it personally? No, I am a being of light. I would not be disturbed if someone says something to me which is untrue. Why do they say that? They want me to feel upset. They say something upsetting. Why would I feel upset? Only if I'm disconnected from myself. We call that body consciousness. We call that false ego. And now we start to practice soul consciousness. I know who I am. I know what I am. But I also know that another soul may not know that they're a soul, may not see me as a soul. What will they see? They'll see my body, they'll think that is me. But what do I see? I see myself, the soul, expressing myself through this body. The soul is genderless, neither male nor female. The soul knows how to be male, how to be female. This body that I have, this current one, is female. I, the soul, am not female. The body is female. You can get a female body or you can get a male body. Two types are available. And bodies come in different races, in different colors. They appear in different cultures, different religious traditions. Through your body, you communicate with different languages. It is only when you get your body in a family that you learn the language of that family, that you adopt the culture of the place where you grow up. But the soul itself is beyond language. The language of the soul is the language of love and peace. The language of the vibration of goodness and purity. The language of inner strength. The language of one who knows the self and who can perceive the essence of another being. This is the language of the soul. And then come into the body and you speak like this soul, me, the soul, speaking in English. And the soul, Sister La, translating my English words into Thai so that you understand it. This is something the soul will do using the intelligence, the intellect, to translate one language into another language so that we understand each other. And behind that language, there is also the feeling, the vibration of who am I, reaching out to the vibration of who are you. Culture. What is the culture of the soul? What is the relationship of souls? Every soul in relation to every other soul is like a brother. It's like there's a family of souls. All souls are connected with each other. Some souls are connected very closely, other souls not so close. There are so many souls, and each and every one is eternal and immortal. Think about it. There has never been a time when you, as an individual self, did not exist. You come into this body, you express yourself. We would say the soul is an actor, and the soul performs action through the body. Either souls speak through the body. I think. Thinking is also an action. You could have good thoughts, boring thoughts, interesting thoughts, bad thoughts, meaningful thoughts, imaginary thoughts, many kinds of thoughts. And every thought goes out into the atmosphere and creates a vibration. Thought comes before words. What you think comes out of your mouth in words. And it also comes in deeds through your hands and feet. I, the soul, act. I'm an actor. So I have a role. Just like in films, there are actors, they play roles. Someone plays mother, someone plays father, someone plays hero, someone plays villain, someone plays lawyer, someone is doctor. All of these things are roles which the soul plays. When the soul doesn't know itself, the soul will say, I am my role. I am a woman. I am a doctor. I am an American. I am white, black, brown, whatever. We say, I am. But in fact, I'm not. My body has form and color and gender. My performance may be that of a mother, a father, a child, a student, a teacher, a doctor. So many roles we play. Even in a single day, we play different roles, but we identify with certain roles, the dominant roles, and we say, I am the work I do, or I am the relationship I am in the family. I am my nationality. We say, I am. But now, with soul consciousness, we say, I do this work. I play this role. I perform this action, but my essential self, behind everything that's going on around me, and whatever happens in front of me, behind that, like behind the mask of your face, behind that is a pure, peaceful, powerful, blissful, loving being of light. That is me. And I have to remember. It's so easy to forget because we're used to thinking of ourselves as a body. You look in the mirror, you say, that's me. Someone takes a photograph of you and they say, that's you. And you say, yes, that's me. But now we'll say, that's a photograph of my face. But it sounds awkward. So, okay, we will say that's me. But behind that, we'll know I am this invisible, beautiful being of light. who can feel and think and act and has so many specialities. And then what is the purpose of existence? Because it must have a purpose. You can't just exist for no reason. Why are we here? We have this question, why am I here? And truly the answer is to express whatever is inside you, to experience happiness. When the soul is not in a body, the soul is like a seed, and the seed is not doing anything. The flower is contained in the seed, but it's not until you plant that seed and give that seed water and sunshine, care for it, let that seed grow, and then the flower comes. The flower gets fertilized, and then the fruit comes. And inside the fruit, another seed. And this is the life cycle of the flower. In the same way, I, the soul, am like a seed, planted in this body. I flower and blossom and bloom, and I express everything that is secretly held within the soul. We must take birth, we must take bodies so that we can reveal the wonder of what is in me. There are so many things in me. You have your dark side, your light side, your youthful side, your old side, your mature side, your childish side, your arts and your crafts and your capacities, your music, your song, your dance, your joy, your interaction with other souls to arrive at fulfillment. This is why we come into this body, and then everything must finish so that it can start again. And so the soul starts in a tiny baby's body, grows, expresses, studies, develops, experiences, challenges, so many things. And ultimately, we return again to the seed stage for a rest, for some quiet. And just as at night, you get tired after a whole day's activity, you take rest at night. And then when the soul and body are rested, you wake up and it's a new day. And you move into that day to have another beautiful day. So there is the day and the night of the soul also. We will look at that. So now, what must we do? How can I remember that I'm a soul while in action? This is called the practice of meditation. So let's talk a little bit about meditation and about the practice of soul consciousness and how we differentiate these states of being. There are moments when you are really aware of yourself as a soul operating through the body. There are other moments when you forget, you just become body, you just become materialist, and you are caught up in the principle of pleasure and pain. When things go well, you are happy. When things go badly, you are distressed, and you swing between these pairs of opposites, success and failure, happiness and sorrow. People respect you, they love you, and at other times people reject you, they don't understand you, they don't like you. These are the pairs of opposites that the soul must navigate in life. Meditation means to think deeply about these things, to ponder upon these hidden inner truths, and understand that what am I really? Am I this body, as I have always thought? Or am I that subtle, invisible being of light that expresses through the body? As we start to understand these things, it becomes clear, yes, I am more than just this body. Definitely, I must be a soul, but I want to feel myself. So meditation means to practice, to turn our attention, turn the energy of the mind back upon itself. And this light between the eyes, this place in the center of the forehead, that is where I sit in this body. So join me to just turn the attention within and try to feel yourself. Imagine yourself like a star. In the night sky, you see the star. The soul looks like a star. So you are the star in the center of the forehead of your body. Turn your mind within. Pull your energy from your extremities, from your hands, from your feet. Just with your mind, bring your energy to this focal point in the center of the forehead. And let yourself think, consider, imagine, I am a star in the center of the forehead. I sit here and I direct what happens through this body. I can make my eyes close or open just with a thought. I can open my mouth, I can eat, drink, speak. I can move my hand left or right. I control this body. And I am the soul. This is my body. Go deep and feel the peace of the soul. I am a soul at peace. I'm at peace with myself. On the outside of me, there may be disturbances, but I sit on the inside, experiencing my peace. I am the soul at peace. Let yourself go quiet and still. The thoughts become slower, and you can really feel, I am light, I am quiet, I am peace, I am still. Go deeper. Feel this quality of love. I am a loving being of light. I love myself. I love the other souls, my brothers. And when souls are in bodies, as I experience them, my brothers and my sisters, It's a big human family, and I love humanity. I love the world, the universe. It is so beautiful, and it is there for me. Go deeper. I am pure, pristine, clear. I am light, uncontaminated. And I am an energy. I am a power. I have power. What will I do with this power? I can do whatever I want. I have the power to act or not act. I am an energy that comes into motion through the body. I am a light, and that energy of my being keeps that light burning bright. The energy of life, that is me. And behind all these feelings, I exist in deep happiness. It is a matter of great happiness that I exist, that I am me. I feel my existence peaceful, loving, pure, happy. But there is a but. What is that but? The problem is the soul itself is depleted. Why do we do things against our conscience? We all do. Because we don't have enough power to follow the voice of conscience. Why do we get upset? Because we don't have enough power to be dispassionate. Why do we get angry? Because we forgot who we are. We have become depleted, and so we need to fill. First, I must connect with myself, the pure, peaceful, powerful, loving, blissful being of light. And what happens when I do this? My energy stops disappearing and dissipating. The energy of my being is focused on myself, and I start to feel that yes, I am this. And I grow that energy. Soul conscious. That is the right way to be. But, again, but, you hold it and then you lose it. So then what to do? Establish it again. Establish yourself in soul consciousness. See the soul, the self. See others as souls. Give them love, give them regard. Give yourself love, give yourself regard. And practice detachment. Good things and bad things are happening. The soul becomes a little detached from all this. And then you are not affected so much. Eventually, not at all affected. Soul consciousness. Where do I come from? I have to come from somewhere. I came in this body, but from where? The series that we're looking at in these 7 sessions is called the journey, the inward journey that takes us to the secrets of the universe. And beyond the universe, there's another universe. There's a world of light on the other side of the sky. The universe is so vast, and yet there is another dimension beyond that universe. Dimension of light. That's where souls come from, the world of light. We call it home. Either soul come from that world of light. Famously, it is called nirvana. So many people, they strive to reach nirvana. And now we know that's home. That's where I came from. I came on this earth, and I have gone on a long journey through history, through life after life after life. And now I've reached the time when home is calling me again. And it's time for me to turn my attention to my original home and return back to that world of light where I came from. And so when we meditate, after connecting clearly and strongly with the self as a soul, the next step is to lift yourself beyond this material world, going deep inside and then turning the attention beyond, flying with the speed of thought through the universe, like a rocket. It has to fly resisting the gravitational pull of the earth. And the soul also resists the gravitational pull of the earth of this body. Let yourself fly beyond. Go past the moon and the stars, far, far away, until you reach the end of space. And it opens up into a beautiful world of light, golden red light everywhere. Stars, beings suspended in that light world. This is the home of souls. This is where we came from. And this is where we return to. So now bring yourself back to normal, everyday reality and just feel out for a moment. You're here, but you can go there. It's just a thought away. We can express ourselves in the material world through this body, interacting with each other. And yet behind all that, we know, we can see with that inner eye that there's more to it than just this material world. There's another world of light. And I can be there when I want, or here when I want. You go home for quiet and rest and peace. You come here to express yourself, to sing and dance, to work and play, to enjoy family time, friendship time. All kinds of things are here in this world. There's a big drama going on, and I'm part of it. So I can be here, I can go there, but I must remember myself. I am this soul. Think about it. Think about being light. Think about what is really real. The things that seem real, the physical things, they appear, they last for a while, they go away, they're temporary. But I am forever. This earth is forever. Science has told us very clearly. Matter keeps changing, but it doesn't disappear. And as well as the material world, there's the spiritual world. And in soul consciousness, I can be in the spiritual world or the material world. I understand both worlds. I operate in both worlds easily, naturally. This is soul consciousness. Body consciousness is where you get caught up in negative emotions. When the soul is depleted, you feel hungry. The soul is hungry. There's a hole in the soul. And you try all kinds of ways to fill that hole in the soul. You go shopping, you feel a bit better. It doesn't last long. Again, that hungry hole in the soul reasserts itself. You want love. You engage in a relationship. You look for someone who will love you. And it's beautiful for a while, and then it fades away, and you remain a hungry soul, hungry for love. You want fun, you want entertainment, you want stimulation. You get something, you feel happy for a bit. You travel, you go to new places, you eat tasty food, feels good, and then afterwards it fades away. This is the nature of the material world. It's nice for a while and then it fades away. The hungry hole in the soul looks for sustenance, and you become a consumer, trying to find something to fill that soul, hole in the soul. Maybe this is why people take alcohol and drugs and so many things people go for to try to fill that empty hole. But it doesn't work. But when the soul starts to know itself and starts to have access to the divine source where you can fill that hole in the soul, then everything becomes clear, meaningful. You understand where that emptiness came from, and you understand how to fill it. And so, what must we do? What should we do on a daily basis What do? We have our routine. You wake up in the morning, you have your shower, you have your breakfast, you go to work, you travel, or you're at home, you meet people, you do things, and then you rest. And every day, all these things are happening, but the soul is getting more and more depleted. So what should we do? We need to set aside time to sit quiet with the self. Just be me. I, the soul, think about myself. Turn within. Draw that light energy from the divine source, which I will tell you about more next month. First, we have to practice. I, the soul, detach from this body. Use this body. This is my vehicle. I am the master. Feel that mastery. Feel that ease. And practice being with the self to begin the steps of restoring the soul to this original, pure, peaceful, powerful, loveful, joyful, extraordinary state of being, the light, the beautiful light between the eyes. This is the wonder of me, I, the self. So I will stop there and let us just have a few moments to just sit quiet together and try to reflect on these ideas, these feelings for a moment. Feel the silence. Feel the soul so subtle. Feel the peace. Go within. Go deep. Be the light. Be the peace. Om Shanti. So let me open it up and see if anybody has any questions, any thoughts, any comments. Thank you so much for your kind attention.
So that was very beautiful, sister. And as you said, it's very important seeing all the sorrow around you, and all the bad things happening. Sometimes it's hard to understand how to escape it. And then we find ourselves in indulgence with alcohol or other things to deviate the mind. But the understanding that you have to go back to your true self, take a pause and remember who you are. You're a soul, so that you can get that stability. It was very beautiful. There's been a question, sister.
Yeah.
The question is that why do some souls have the psychic abilities, or they can see ghosts? And what is this all about?
Yeah. Well, I didn't mention one quite important thing, and that is you have a material body, physical body that you can see. Everybody can see and touch and feel. The physical body is solid. Now, I spoke about the soul, which is absolutely subtle, but in between the soul and the body, there is a subtle body. And when somebody sees a ghost, that's what they're seeing, the subtle body. Because when a person leaves their body, they take their subtle body with them. And normally, the soul goes straight to another womb and becomes a fetus and develops in the mother's womb. Then you get born, you have another role. And this subtle body is like a body of light. And this body of light looks exactly like your regular physical body, but yet you have to have a very special ability to be able to see that. And I think we would say that it's a gift. Some people are called very, very sensitive people. And they're so sensitive that they can actually perceive the subtle body. And sometimes, if you sense a presence like this or something like that, it can make you afraid. But there's nothing to be afraid of, because it's just another person who has left their physical body and they're on their way to their next incarnation. And most people, you can't see this. Sometimes you can. Sometimes you can just feel it without seeing it, but you just feel a presence. Even sometimes you may be somewhere on your own and someone comes into the room where you are soundlessly, but yet you feel their presence, right? You turn around, is somebody there? And then you see them. So a person gives off a feeling, a presence. And when a person has left the physical body, that presence is still there and you can feel it. And sometimes you can see something, but this is because there's a soul, there's a subtle body, and there's a physical body. And you know, there is something called Kirlian photography. I don't know if you know this, but some way that technology has been able to detect and represent in photograph the radiance of energy that comes off your body. And I don't know if you've ever felt this, but sometimes you can touch somebody and it's like you almost get an electric shock. And this is because there is a kind of electrical magnetic energy that's coming off of every person. But normally you don't see it, you don't feel it. But we do use this word vibration, right? Somebody has good vibration, somebody feels comfortable, somebody feels not comfortable. And these vibrations are generated by your thought. So one thing that is part of the practice of soul consciousness is you practice to have positive thoughts, pure positive thoughts. This is important. Then you create beautiful vibrations. Yeah.
Yes, sister, that was very beautiful again. With that being said, I think it's cleared out many people's doubt in essence. Sister La, do we have...
Come in now. Okay, Sister Denise, I'm here.
Hello, Sister La.
In my physical body. I forgot to translate what I said to you at the beginning. Let me bring them back here with you. And I was saying when I start to welcome you that you come with that vibration of good wishes. Then I find that it's beautiful. And พี่ขอลืมแปลนะคะว่าตอนที่ต้อนรับเขาเนี่ยบอกว่าคำพูดของเขาอะ มันบ่งบอกถึงปัญญาที่มันอาจจะทิ้งรอยประทับไว้ในชีวิตของคนมากมายเกิดการเปลี่ยนแปลงแต่กระแสจิตถึงความปรารถนาดีของเขาเองต่างหากที่อยู่กับเรา so that's why I really focus on your vibration because you may be some other part of the world but parts of observing yeah I'm going to translate now ค่ะ yeah can you just elaborate on that
You know, I think people don't realize that when you have a negative thought, it really does damage to you, and it creates a discordant atmosphere, and it sort of brings negative things into your life. And so we need to become a little bit aware that these thoughts and feelings are a matter of choice, you know. One of the things we learn in spiritual practice is something that we call the power of transformation. And power of transformation is about you perceive something, it may seem to be negative, but yet contained in it, there's very positive energy, and it's up to you. You can take the negative, up to you. Or you can detect the positive and take that, you know. We have choice. You want to translate that?
I did in my translation booth
Okay. All right. Yeah. And
yeah, no.
so the thing is that we need to be more kind of responsible and accountable. So often we think it doesn't matter what I think because nobody knows, but it's not really true. What you think can be felt. There may be somebody who is disturbing you or bothering you, and so you have negative thoughts about that person. You will create a negative interaction between yourself and that person. And then when you meet that person, things will not go well. And sometimes if you have a problem with a person for some reason, in your meditation time, you can just sit having good thoughts about that person, and that will clear the atmosphere between you. And then when you meet, you'll meet in a very nice, pleasant way, and things will be suddenly comfortable. And this is all by using the mind, really learning how to use the mind to put out good thoughts and create good vibrations, good feelings, good wishes, you know, because after all, what are you? You are a loving being. And what is the other person? They're loving beings. And there may be a situation which is problematic, but that's a third thing. How I feel about a problematic situation is up to me. I have choice. You know, all over the world, everybody is affected by this coronavirus. And we see on the media all sorts of negative things connected with it. But actually, you look at your own personal experience and you find that there are many, many positive things that have been generated by having to pay attention, to be still, to be attentive on yourself, to be at home. At this time in United States, we have a lot of this racial tensions, and there's a huge reaction all over the world. And what can be done? We have a chance. We're under lockdown, we're under curfew, and so we can send vibrations of purity, peace, love out into the city, out across the world. Those who are meditators, they have a function it might be invisible, but yet it really is a function. And so we must understand, what is my function? How come I have received the gift of being able to meditate, the gift of understanding spiritual things? It's for a purpose, and it's for the benefit of the world. Every one of us has been given virtues and gifts, but it's not just for ourselves. It's so that we can become channels, so that those virtues and gifts can reach out into the atmosphere, into the community. Because we are here to care. We care for the earth, we care for the people, we care for the sky, we care for everything, because that's why we exist, is to give love. No other reason, really. Give love and receive love. Give blessings, receive blessings. Then life is ultimately really very good. And those who are suffering, give compassion, give support, give strength. Become conduits like that. This is something that will make you feel the significance of your life, you know?
I get back to you again. It's just like this is like a series of 7 episodes, and the second one will be something very crucial. I think I will invite everyone to really follow up. But something to do with today as a remix episode, and that if it's not really remember that you get the key from where, or who you make you become the one who experience traveler like you. If you forget where do you get the key from, I think they become a damaged key. So I would like to invite everyone to follow the next episode นะคะพี่ขอว่านี่เป็นกุญแจแห่งการรู้แจ้งนะคะมี7 ตอนด้วยกันอยากให้ทุกคนรู้ว่าซิสเตอร์เดนิสมาวันนี้เพื่อให้กุญแจดอกแรกและกุญแจดอกแรกนี้เป็นเพียงการรู้จักตนเองและดอกที่2จะเป็นการเชื้อเชิญทุกท่านว่าจะเป็นกุญแจที่จะต้องไขไปสู่ความสำเร็จที่แท้จริงเพราะดอกแรกนี่มีต้องเก็บไว้ให้ดีนะคะอันดอกที่2ก็เป็นไปเพื่อทำให้เราได้พบความสำเร็จอย่างยิ่งใหญ่เพราะว่าเป็นเวลา1 เดือนหน้าค่ะที่เราต้องรอคอยแต่ขอให้ซิสเตอร์เดนิสและล่ำลาจากเราในสิ่งไหนที่เรารอคอยที่จะได้พบกันเดินทางครั้งนี้อันยิ่งใหญ่ถ้าเกิดว่ากุญแจนั้นไม่ได้ใช้ในดอกที่2เนี่ยมันก็เท่ากับกุญแจนั้นหักกุญแจนั้นใช้การไม่ได้มีตั้ง7 ดอกนะคะเดี๋ยวขอจะจบรายการในตอนนี้ I have nothing to say to you except the feeling of gratitude that you things is only ties around now. We connect with the whole world. I believe. ค่ะพี่เดนิสจะมีอะไรไหมคะที่จะแบ่งปันครั้งสุดท้ายก่อนที่เราจะจบระบบของเราที่การขอบคุณทุกท่าน Is there any other words that we can hear from you? I get back to my translation and then say goodbye to you now. And thank you very much for your presence.
Thank you very much. And just to say to everyone to really practice feeling the family of humanity. We are family. We love each other. We understand each other. We appreciate each other. We spend time with each other. We actually travel through time and space for eternity together. And this is the beauty of humanity. And what I would like you to practice actually over the next month is to really explore what you feel about being a soul, what it means to you to think of yourself as pure and peaceful and beautiful and loving, and experiment with it, with your family. Experiment with your thoughts. Anytime if you have a negative thought, notice it and tell your mind, okay, now let's create a positive thought. see if you can actually shift your emotions. When you feel sadness, let that fall away and bring a thought of recognition and appreciation and gratitude. The sadness falls away. Practice these, and if you have questions, bring them to the next first Thursday of the month, and I will enjoy to share my feelings with you. And next time we will look at the alpha point. So interesting, so deep, and so extraordinary. So thank you very much for being with me today. Thank you so much to Sister La for inviting me and your translation. And I look forward to being with you all next Thursday. Thank you, and Om Shanti.
Thank you, Sister Denise.